I think we give him like a different name. It soars like a damn bird! Right then, we could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Louis this early. No thanks to that Glodell. Even though we should be accepted, it'll be no ally of ours. Well, at the very least, Louise knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up. He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and then show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests,
Oh, maybe this will be the night.
Dominion, the gauntlet runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the gauntlet runner.
Maybe this is the day I could now, hey, do my... Just do my virtues. Okay, not. Joke's on me. Ha ha ha! This is a joke's on me. Oh, darn and blast. Did you hear that? It's over the end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer. What we say, go check on him. No, my virtues. Me complaining I didn't want to care about my stats. Then here now me caring about my stats. Ian, is he okay? Oh, you too? Terribly sorry. It's nothing really. You seem troubled. Is there something troubling you? Well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner. You see, she's in top shape, but... I wanted to make her peerless and absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even the old Louise runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I had a bit of a spark. A spark? Yes, my girl's a spark of inspiration, a moment of impetus. I was gonna say, I'm like, I have an electricity move. I could shock you with it. Like what I saw when I saw the Lost Relic. Lost Relic doesn't ring a bell. Ah, yes, context. They say that long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort. So now this is like the future. But somehow the civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them. Sounds kind of a far-fetched already. Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance. Have you seen one? Oh yes, when I was about a young sproglet. There was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy as they often are. That old fellow showed me this once. Even seeing it lit in a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper core engineer worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The Lost Relic, I mean. You could really try getting him to show you again. If only I could. Bill Fuller went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old gold, he told me he'd leave me the relic in his will. Okay, so where's this guy hometown? On some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Matera, a village by the name of Coremel or some such. Okay. Maybe I should look into Coremel when we get to Matera. Yeah, on it.
This one's important.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot. We left Norris, who dissolved into doom and gloom, and headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in the gauntlet. No, my stats!
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
This game took stats away from me. My time to get stats, to be educated. So we'll arrive on Mortera this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. That fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage can never keep up with this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. I appreciate you. Apologies, I am grateful. It's just hard to show while on the verge of losing your lunch. Then I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's. I agree with him. Oh, once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the men waiting. This game doesn't let me do anything.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Artira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate place than I've heard. Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something. Now this reminds me of like the area and tells if it arrives. Ouch, you're here. I'd be hoping you show up soon. I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word. Glad to hear, I'm sure, lady. Joanne will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon, lady. Joanne rules the city. She's also the most holy sanctress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there in Kjergnik Castle. I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament. I naturally know Satan and righteous men would want Louis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates, gauntlet runners. The crier says Forden's allies suffer the worst of it. Oh, well, that's Louis' camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh? All fights have casualties. It's not my business. It's really none of my business. Aye, best not to get distracted by this title when you got a mission to attend to. Admirably practical. I like the face he made. I got quite a positive outlook, doesn't he? Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in just for the money. Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet. Dine, be rude, Morris. You've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you an inn. You can try our local specialty, perhaps. Ah, yes, local delicacy. What would be a welcome treat? You chaps go on in. The old girl needs a bit of a maintenance after carrying us so far. Can't wait until you've eaten. Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry. I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally afterwards while I'm at it. Come on, everyone, this way. No, I just want to be free. Is this some kind of smoked dish? Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. That is, how does one put the word, that's interesting. I promise not to have a dirty mind. Hold on. I get. That looks like, oh my gosh, this game, yeah. I can't. I hope I don't have to eat that. Good to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards. Oh god, larva innards. Tessini texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite. They just cooked Mara. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They just cooked Mara. You're completely serious, aren't you? Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold. I'm not sure about this. You mustn't judge by the appearances. Okay, she got me. Besides, it's just a mark of a good candidate to know the taste of the regions you would rule, no? No choice, I suppose. You'll just have to bite down and pray, my guy. I think this just moved in my mouth post-bite. It tastes fine, but I'm afraid to swallow it. You're, tearing up. How was it sometimes the insides? I can't twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you. I can't. I'm too immature now. I'm being way too immature. I'm being way too immature. I can't. Oh my gosh, I cannot. I can't. I cannot. I give up. The game wins. Game wins. Game wins. I can't. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. We're fine. I'm fine. Are you sure you? Hold on. With that, I had time to try more of your dishes, but to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings? Hey, are we ones? Hey, too soon. Okay, our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months, all told. We're looking at 15 children. 15? That's a lot. All unaccounted for. And you think this Esme is your culprit? Until these disgraced knights with nowhere else to turn, we've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue. For a man who claimed the knight's honor to stoop to such honors, 'tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly for our sake and his own. If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Hizme. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes? Ooh, I'm gonna go... Aye, well, remember, he said he isn't gonna make this easy for us. Okay. So this Hizme...
hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Artira.
So... What's this? Rival Gauntlet, Major Kennedy Gauntlet seems to be here.
It's your call.
So we have to go here.
Let's see here.
There's a giant sandworm's nest.
Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, I smell. Here's where we are now.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how can you even survive out there. We've been chasing any lead we had, but we can't even figure out all that. We're in over our heads. Oh, I get that wrong. Let's work together to save this house. That worked out fine. We're awful grateful to have you. And then I worry. We'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital will give it a second glance. We help anyone in need. That's why we come this far. Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not a fool yet. Oh, we have a whole spread of other dishes for you. Please, no, please. Now this is the pride of the town, a fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm. Worm's entrails. You'll find this taste as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find our way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please dig in. I cannot. Tis altogether different from the roast whites, tis succulent as a mellow fruit, another marvel. You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh? I'll schedule a meeting with the Honorable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today. If they aren't here to con a free meal out of us, that is. Now, let's go. You're such a baka.
It's been a while.
It's been forever since I had such a spacious bed.
Exactly.
We're going to meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning to get your beauty sleep. Sure. Sure.
All right then.
Oh, there's more. Bam. Bam, bam. Alright, so now I gotta... Oh, there's an informant! You! Oh, don't mind me, I just only read here just now. It's not like I overheard the conversation you just had with Barton, and if I did hear something, it's not like I tell anybody. I would never have made it a professional informant if I didn't know how to handle sensitive information. It's right, if there's anything you want... Yeah, okay. Gimme. Hey! If there's information I need... Alright, so... I'm just gonna touch everything. Touch everything. Oh. Watching the dancing flakes put me in a piece for a moment. Got it! Alright, golden beetle. Got it. Alright, we got a golden beetle. Alright, I got a golden beetle. Okay. So... All the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Martera is a fine city indeed, which makes the Hesme offenses all the more darning. If all we've heard is true, hunting him will be a trial indeed. To be expelled from the order is one thing, but to be wholly stripped of his knighthood, I would not be surprised if the man's given into despair. Yeah. Sure. That's the square. Guest room, I guess? Check the flowers. I wonder if the rustic flowers were gathered from somewhere nearby. They all smell great. Check the desk. There's a picture. Sure. It tastes like a... Okay. Alright, so that's another one. I'm only just missing one. Can I go outside? I'm free of those tiny runner bunks. Nice to sleep in an inn, isn't it? I love a good inn. The runnerism. Either works. As long as I can sleep, it doesn't matter where. I can see the monsters out there when we camp on the runner, so a little rest is easier in an inn. I wish Norris could come inside with us, but I suppose if the runner is a castle, then he is its king. Can I explore? Or... Can I explore or no? Was my question, because I wouldn't mind exploring. Exploring would be nice to do.